We do need some way of mixing the monetization with the open contribution to like blend the two. Let's get the open source qualities, but let's also get the monetization, incentivization qualities that the corporates have down pat, right? They know how to go to investors and say, we're going to withhold this and make them pay, and we're going to give you a portion of that increased revenue. And the open source community can't really do that. So we need to find a way of melding those two so that we can inject the right capital into something that's open source so we can compete. And that's the road down the center that Bittensor is trying to be. We're not a centralized corporation. Right? We're not a closed round funded VC, Wall Street, BlackRock, $100 billion raise corporation. And we also have the open source qualities of anybody can contribute, but we have monetization and they don't. And so we're trying to solve that problem right there. And I think it's the best of both worlds. It's a much harder problem though. Like we are building up from zero to one, and most of the other AI companies out there are starting at one and doing something slightly similar to everyone else. They're just copying OpenAI, but for video or for speech or something like that. We have to build a completely new stack. So that's to answer your question specifically. Like my heart bleeds for the open source community, and they're really like close to me in my heart, and I feel like our role is to help them. So like, what are we doing right now? We're going to these engineers and we're saying, hey, come build your open source technology on top of Bittensor, and you can play with incentives to collect a bunch of contributors and then make that thing valuable and monetize it through this network. And you still get this quality that you can be this anarchist, open source developer, but you also get to build technologies that are not just going to the man. You're building them in the open in a way that we can see, and we can also compete with the big guys.